Hi guys, my name is Trinh and today I'm here to film a book unhaul. This is actually my very first book unhaul and I'm very excited because at the beginning of each year, I always go through my entire bookshelf and take out the books that I really don't need anymore or really don't want. So for this video, there are two categories of books that I am unhauling. The first category is the books that I have read but no longer want on my bookshelf or like no longer need, so I took them out. Those books are going to be donated to like the book sales because I go to this book sale like every 6 weeks or so and they always take in donations, so I'm going to donate my books to that book sale because I annotate my books, so you know, I don't mind giving them my used books because it's annotated. The second pile are the books that I bought but never read, so my TBR books, and I pulled out a lot of books from my TBR shelf and I'm going to donate those books to the library because there isn't a bookshelf near me that buy used books. So I think the easiest option is just to donate these books to the library, and I don't mind doing that because that's my way to contribute to the community. I'm going to donate a lot of books to the library and I'm so excited to go to the library too. Just hand them my books and be like, here it is, free books for you guys. Let's start with the books that I read for school, or like the books that I read over the years but no longer need them, so you know, the books that are going to the book sales basically. So these two textbooks that I used last year, I believe in like the spring semester, these two books are for school and I bought them used and you can tell that they are like really disgusting. So this is the Broadview Anthology of British Literature, the Victorian Era. This is the second edition and this is almost the same thing. I don't even know, but basically I use this for school and I no longer need them, so they're going to the book sale because like I said, I don't need them anymore. And if you don't know, I'm an English major, so I read a lot of books and there are a few school books that I don't need anymore, so they're going to the book sales. The next book I have is Diary of a Bad Year by J.M. Coetzee, I believe, and I read this book for school. I did not like it at all and I don't think I even read it. I don't need this book anymore and I'm just gonna donate this book to the book sale and hopefully someone will get a better use out of this than me. And then this one is called Life Nude Girl, My Life as an Object by Kathleen Rooney. So I read this book for school. I have no use for this and it was kind of interesting, but I ran out of time and I didn't finish the entire book, so it doesn't mean much to me. So like I said, going to donate this to the book sale. And then this one, The Collected Works of Patty Chayefsky, the screenplays and stuff like this. So we were supposed to read The Americanization of Emily because it's really short. It's just literally a screenplay and I didn't even read it. I am a shitty student, I know. This is going to the donation pile because I bought this used and it came like this. It's in a pretty bad condition and I just don't need this, so donation pile. Now this next book is a book that I read in 2018 and I did not really like it. It did not leave a long lasting impression on me, so I'm just gonna donate this book. It is A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. So I read this book, you know, because of the movie. The movie came out and I didn't really like this book at all. It was underwhelming. There were a lot of things that happened but I didn't care that much about it, and it's like the first book of like a series. I'm not planning to continue with the series, so I'm going to donate this book because I'm pretty sure someone else will enjoy this book more than me. Now this is an entire trilogy that I'm getting rid of because I read this trilogy and it's just not my favorite, and here it is. This is the Unbecoming of Mara Dyer trilogy, I believe. The first one is the Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, the second one is the Evolution of Mara Dyer, and then the third one is the Retribution of Mara Dyer. I don't care about these books anymore. They were on my bookshelf for the longest time and I really enjoyed the first two books, but the third book, it was so bad. I did not like it. I don't mind donating these books because I don't need them anymore, so I'm getting rid of these. This one, Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. Now even though I really enjoy Fangirl, like Fangirl is one of my favorite books, Eleanor and Park is just a book that I don't care about. I read this a long time ago but I remember not liking it like at all, and also there are some passages that are on Twitter from this book that are pretty fucking racist, and I'm pretty sure I remember reading it and thinking like, what the hell is this? I don't need this book anymore and I'm going to donate this book because like I said, I don't need it. Now this book, 4, A Divergent Collection by Veronica Roth. I read this book like a long time ago. I don't remember anything now that I think about it. I think out of the Divergent series, I'm keeping Divergent because I have the collector's edition, and that's literally the only book I'm keeping because I did enjoy the first book. I remember really liking it. I donated the second book, the third book like years ago, and now this book, I'm going to donate this book because I don't remember anything, and 4 is not even my favorite character. It's going into the donation pile. This duology, I'm going to unhaul these books, and it is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh, and then the second book, The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Ahdieh. And let me tell you, I did not like them at all. Like, first book was but the second book pisses me off. And yes, I have a book review and discussion for both of these books, and you can watch them. Like, watch this one because I thought it was entertaining. Like, I had a rant review about this book and it was not good, like, at all in my opinion. I'm getting rid of these, and I was contemplating on keeping these books because the covers are so nice, but then I have to remind myself why I don't like them. And yes, even though the covers are so pretty, they're not worth it to have on my bookshelf because I don't like this duology like at all. So I'm getting rid of these books. Like I said, donating this to like the book sales and stuff. The last book I'm donating to the book sale organization is Look at Me by Jennifer Egan. I read this book for school actually a year ago, so the spring semester of 2018, and I mentioned this book in my disappointing books of 2018 because it was not good at all. I hated this book, and I'm going to donate this book. I don't have to see this book ever again, thank God. So now I'm going to mention the books that I am donating to the library. So these books are like brand new, and there are some books for school, but either like books that I didn't really read it, or that sounds really bad, or books from my TBR shelf that I don't want anymore. So, you know, I took them out and they're going to the library, and I hope people can use it and read it and have fun with it because I don't need these books anymore. They're on the floor. I'll show you, don't worry. So these 2 books are for school. Like, I used them last year in the spring semester of 2018, and they're in like really good condition because I barely use it. This is Scrolling Forward by David M. Levi, and then What Writing Does and How It Does It. I don't need these books anymore. They're going to the library. Now, these 2 books, I am going to unhaul them because they've been on my bookshelf for a while, and I know for a fact I am no longer interested to read these books. And it is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and Hollow City. So I believe I bought this one on Books A Million maybe, and then this one on thriftbooks.com. I'm not interested in this anymore, so I'm going to unhaul it and give it to the library because I'm pretty sure they're happy to have these copies in the library. The next one is Can You Keep a Secret by Sophie Kinsella. This book I bought like a long time ago. I decided to unhaul it, but then I went to a book sale in December and I found a hard copy version of this book. So I bought the hard copy version, and since I have the hard copy, I don't need the paperback of this book, and it's like in good condition because I never read it. So this is going to the library. Now, this book has been on my TBR shelf for the longest time, since the summer of 2015, I want to say. And it is The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult. I bought this because it had good ratings on Goodreads. I mentioned this book like once on my channel. I did say that I wanted to read it in 2018, but I never got around to it. And looking at this, I just don't have the motivation to read this anymore because there are other books that I want to read. So this is going to the library, and it's like brand new because I don't touch this book at all. So I'm pretty sure other people will find better use for this book than I do. So this entire trilogy I am unhauling because I no longer want to read them anymore. This is The Winner's Curse by Marie Rudkowski. The font is hard to read, okay? I have all of the books in this entire trilogy. So I have The Winner's Curse and then The Winner's Crime. This cover is beautiful. This is my favorite cover. And then The Winner's Kiss. And I just don't have the motivation to read this trilogy, even though the covers are pretty, but at the same time, that should not be a huge factor into the books that I want to read. I bought 3 of these books on bookoutlet.com, so I didn't pay that much money, but at the same time, I really wish I used my money better. So I'm going to unhaul this trilogy, and hopefully someone at the library will find better use for these books than I do, like I said. Now this book, I bought this book literally in December, and I'm like, I don't need this book. Why did I buy it? Basically, it is Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson, but the platinum edition. I literally bought this at the book sale because it was platinum edition, even though I have the regular edition. and I have the graphic novel, and I'm going to a book signing this Friday for Unhaul Anderson, and basically I had to buy a ticket in order to get my book signed. And when you buy the ticket, you will get the 20th anniversary edition of Speak by Unhaul Anderson. So after Friday, I will have literally 3 copies of Speak. I don't need this. I don't need the platinum edition, so I'm just going to donate this book to the library, even though I bought this literally last month. But I spent like $1 or $2 on this book, so I'm not even mad. You know, this book is actually pretty great, so I hope that people at the library will read it or like rent it. How does library? You borrow books, dumb bitch. Rent? Are you kidding me? Now this next book, I literally was like, I'm not gonna read you, so there's no point of me having it anymore. It is Because You Love to Hate Me, 13 Tales of Villainy, edited by Amory and like a bunch of booktubers and authors. So I got this book on Book Outlet. Are you surprised? Basically, it was on sale and I got it, and then years have passed, or like maybe a year has passed. When did I buy this? Anyway, time has passed and I no longer want to read this book because I'm not interested anymore. So I put it out of my shelf yesterday and I'm like, you're going to the library because I'm pretty sure other people will want to read you, but I don't want to read you, so this is going to the library, like I said. Actually, these next 4 books are all from Book Outlet. Like, are you fucking surprised at this point? Caraval by Stephanie Garber, like I said, got it at Book Outlet, have it for like a year, and then I was like, I'm not gonna read you. Like, there's no way I'm gonna read you because there are other books that I rather read. And I do hear mixed reviews about this book or this trilogy. Is it a trilogy? I don't even know, but I'm not gonna read this book. I know for a fact I don't want to read this book. I literally got it because it was on sale, and I was thinking to myself, oh, I might read it and see if it's good or not now that it's 2019 and I'm trying to be better with my money, you know. So I don't need this book, so it's going to the library. This book, The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell, I literally bought this book on Book Outlet because the author was at Nova Teen Book Festival of last year, I believe. When it came to like the book signing part of the event, she left early, so I didn't even get this book signed. Months have passed and I'm thinking to myself, like, I literally bought you because I was going to meet the author, but then she left early. So this is going to the library, like I said. Now these 2 books are part of a series. So The Star Touched Queen by Roshani Chokshi, and the second book is A Crown of Wishes. So this is a duology. Like I said, bought these books on Book Outlet because they were on sales. Literally look at these books and I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm not gonna read this duology because, like I said, there are other books I'd rather read. So I'm just gonna give you to the library and hopefully people will read you because they are in really good condition. So those are the books that I am unhauling. Oh my god, it's been a long video, and honestly it feels so good to just unhaul these books because I don't need them anymore, and I'm glad that they're going to a better place. Basically, the used books that I read, they're going to the book sale, and then the newer books are going to the library, and it feels good and they're going to find a better home than my bookshelf because I feel like they were neglected. So hopefully people will read these books. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.